What's up guys, welcome back to this channel. My name is Denny and I'm a practicing lawyer. If in a situation where you're in a car accident or you develop dementia or Parkinson's, you can't use the will. The will only works in a situation where you pass away, like you actually die. In a situation where you're still alive but you lack mental capacity, you can't use the will. You have to use another document, which is called personal directive, or some other places will call it a living will. So if in a situation where you are mentally incapacitated but still alive, using a personal directive, you get to select people on your behalf that will have the ability to communicate with doctors and medical professions in relationship to your body and health. If in a situation where you need financial assistance, then we would use another document called the enduring power of attorney. But in this video, we're going to be specifically talking about why it's important to get a personal directive done, also called a living will. So the number one reason is that you do get to select agents, the people that you truly trust, whether it be your wife, your children, your brother, your sister, maybe your best friend. Those people have the ability to communicate with doctors in a situation where you are mentally incapacitated. So let's just say in a situation you're in a car accident and you need those major surgery, or the doctors or hospitals need to administer important medication to you. Who are they going to talk to? Who has the authority to give the green light or the check mark when it comes to those surgeries or those medications? Gonna be your agents. Those agents will be in direct contact with the doctors when it comes to those situations. Being an agent is very important, and it's a huge undertaking because you're entrusting this person with your life. You're hoping that this person has the same values, morals, beliefs to you because you gave them this power. This gives you the peace of mind that you know that you will be properly taken care of and your wishes will be properly taken care of if you do lack mental incapacity. Second reason is that it avoids family disputes. Imagine if you're in a large family. You have multiple brothers and sisters and all you guys have different varying opinions. If in a situation where mom and dad got into a car accident, who's going to make that ultimate decision when it comes to what's in the best interest for your mom and dad? There can be family disputes. One sister or one brother might have a differing opinion than yours compared to the other person. With that being said, having a personal directive alleviates all that argument because you're giving someone the ultimate decision-making power over your health. This prevents family arguments and disagreements because it's written in black and white who is going to make that ultimate decision on your behalf. Third is that you can't do this retroactively. If in a situation where you do develop dementia or Parkinson's and you do lack mental incapacity, meaning that you can't think for yourself, you can't give this power over to someone after the fact. It just doesn't work that way. You have to be fully cognizant, fully aware of who you're giving this power to because it's such a huge onus. With that being said, in a law firm, they will determine whether or not you do lack mental incapacity even before drafting these documents. So it's super important to have this done because I have seen numerous times where clients would come to me after the fact and say, hey, something happened to my family members. Can we get these documents done now? It just doesn't work that way. You can't do it. You can't do it retroactively. So getting it done now while you still can think for yourself is super important and highly advisable to get it done. Fourth is that this can be a very all-encompassing power, or you can restrict that power. With that being said, generally how personal directives work is that it's an overarching power, meaning that if in a situation you are mentally incapacitated, the scope of the power that your agent has is very wide. They have the ability to speak with doctors, determine what major surgeries is required, what medications. If in a situation you require to go receive long-term assistance, they can determine what sort of living assistance is required for you. Not only that, they do have the decision when it comes to end-of-life care as well. With that being said, you can restrict that power and have your agent do certain things while not others. Building along that point, we're going to be talking about end-of-life care, meaning that if in a situation where you are in a hospital because of some car accident, you're essentially brain dead or you're a vegetable, you can tell your agent that you rather pass away than live. There's also additional situations such as if you develop an incurable brain disease and your chances of death is really high, or if you suffer permanent brain damage and your chances of death is really high. And on the flip side, you can also tell your agents that you want to live and you want to have your medical professions such as doctors do everything they can to save you. It's anything that you want in terms of your wishes, you can put within those documents. Another reason why it's important to get your personal directive done is the fact that you get to select your agents. The reason why is 99% of the time, you're going to be selecting people that you truly trust and that will generally have the same beliefs and values as you. That being said, if you aren't able to communicate with doctors or medical professions yourself, you can know that that agent is going to act for your best interest and has that same ideologies and values that you do. Whether or not you want to live or certain Western medicine doesn't apply, or you can't do certain procedures based on your beliefs, you can indicate that to your agents, and you can also write that in the personal directive itself. In a personal directive, if you do regain consciousness, so let's just say if in a situation you are in a car accident and you were in a coma, but you came out of that coma, well, what happens within that document is that during the time that you are in that coma, your agents can act on your behalf. However, once you do regain consciousness, the personal directive document does deactivate, and once you can make decisions on your own, that document does not work at that point in time. The next reason is that this document works only in a situation where you are mentally incapacitated, meaning that your agent only has the power when you aren't able to and when you lack that mental capacity. Once you do regain consciousness, so let's just say in a situation where you are in a car accident and was in a coma, but let's just say you woke up from that coma and you can make decisions for yourself, then in that situation, this document and this power deactivates. Your agent no longer has any sort of power over you at that point in time. And last but not least, this document is very flexible, meaning that if you do decide to change your agents or cancel the personal directive altogether, you can revoke this power at any point in time. If you do decide to change your agents, you can switch them up or you can update it. If you want to cancel it completely, you just have to sign off on a separate document. It's very easy, it's very flexible, it's very forgiving. With that being said, those are the reasons as to why it's super important to get a personal directive done. There's no reason as to why you shouldn't have it done, because if in a situation you are mentally incapacitated, you definitely need to have someone that can look out for you and have your back. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions about personal directives, please write them down below or shoot me an email. I'll catch you guys on the next video. See you guys.